my notes right there.
All right, let's get started. Father of Ice, Daughter of Fire, going chapter by chapter with the first-time reader of Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire as a whole. I've read it a few times, and again, we're just kind of going chapter by chapter. We are currently in chapter 30. Not that they're usually referenced by the number, but just to get you perspective. Today, we're going to review 32, 33, and 34, which is Arya III, Eddard VIII, and then Catelyn VI.
Dang.
So Arya III, the last time we left off with Arya, and some of the perspectives overlap because you have so many different perspectives, specifically from King's Landing.
Yeah.
She's doing her training. Training seems to be going well, at least for Arya's liking. You know, she's like covered in bruises, and but she's really obsessed with this whole water dancing, and she really likes Syrio Forel. So yeah, what happened in Arya 3? Even though you read it like 3 weeks ago.
No, okay, it was last week, and man, like, yeah, okay. So she, like, the beginning is she's doing her training, and she's like trying to catch all these cats, and she's like, yeah, I've been like catching these cats for like a while now, and there's this one cat that like keeps getting away from me, blah 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 blah. So
I actually want to talk about that one cat. Can I
are you for real?
You wrote a bunch of notes about this cat, right? It's so important.
Bro, it can't be real. Okay, no, go ahead.
It's not important. It's just a fan theory. And it was actually, I wish I had the name of the person that suggested it. Actually, I'm going to look it up because I want to.
That is so funny.
Oh, wait. Yeah, here we go. I know this is like riveting content of watching me read in silence. Sammy, just randomly talk about something.
Bro, I got nothing.
Do you remember last episode we were talking about during King's Landing when the mountain, I think we're talking about the mountain, and the mountain came in, snatched baby Aegon off of his mother, bashes his head up against the wall. Do you remember I was talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we talked about the sister, how they say, oh yeah, and the sister died. But like there's not a lot of stories about it. Somebody here we go. That's right. So Yo Mama's 1559 on YouTube said that Samara got it right. Rhaegar's daughter Rhaenys was hiding under Rhaegar's bed when the mountain came to kill her. Or whether or not it was specifically the mountain or the Lannisters men, I'm not sure if that's clarified. A couple things. It's super sad that the daughter was hiding underneath her dad's bed because she's probably like waiting for her dad to come and protect her, which is just heartbreaking. But she was hiding underneath the bed with her cat.
Yeah,
I
do remember.
Cat.
Wait, dude, imagine. Okay, wait, where is that though? Wait, is that like that's here?
That's here.
Oh my god, imagine if that's her cat.
And it's an all-black cat. This is like an old tom cat with a chewed up ear, so you get the idea that it's been around a really long time. So I don't know if there's like solid evidence, but a lot of people tend to think that this cat that Arya is having trouble catching is Rhaenys.
Is her cat.
Yeah, named Valerian.
Oh, stop. That's so sad. That would, I mean, like, yeah, like that's, you know what? That's her cat. That is her cat.
Right. Confirmed. We got it.
Yeah.
That's her cat.
Okay. Dang, that's crazy. Wow. All right. Well, anyway, so she's trying to catch this cat, and I forgot like where she gets, but she's like running like all over this like castle, and then she gets to this one area, and she finally catches the cat. But then behind her, there's like the princess. Oh, how do you say her name? Marcella. Okay, and then Tommen, and then there's Septa, and then like I think a few knights are there, and they're like, "Who are you, boy?" And they think she's a boy too, which I think is so funny that like everyone just calls her boy. And you know, Arya lets go of the cat. The cat like leaves, which like dang, because that's her whole training, and she was right there, and she let go of the cat. And then she just like bows because she doesn't want them to like recognize who she is. And the Septa's like asking her like, who are you? Like, who's your parents? Like, who's your father? And then I think after that she like just runs away and bolts because she doesn't want them to like,
Yeah.
get her and know. And then she ends up in like this dungeon type thing and she's like describing it. And since she's a little kid, she's like, oh, I see these like monsters, or whatever, and like their eyes are looking at me. I'm like, okay, this is her imagination. And then like she is touching their jaw, like the monster's jaw or whatever. And I realize she's in the like the dragon like place where like the dragons are and the dragon heads. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh,
Right.
bro made her way all the way over here. And then she has like these little mantras she keeps like saying, like, quick as something something, and like I don't know. I thought that was cute though because
Yep.
she's like a little kid.
That does
And then,
become part of her personality, as these mantras or these sayings that she repeats to herself over and over.
yeah. And then so she leaves this hall or this like room or whatever, and this is where she overhears the conversation between these two guys.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. So for the listeners, for the viewers, me and Samara, we try to limit our Game of Thrones conversations for these calls. We try not to talk about it on just like a random dad-daughter calls or whatnot. But we did have a conversation where Samara discovered a new piece of information. So I just kind of want you guys to be privy of the fact. So there's these two people, and just through our conversation, you discovered the identity of one of them. Good. Go ahead and kind of explain that there.
So I know that one of them is oh my God, what's his name? Illyrio or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, from all the way wherever that place is, which I'm like, why is he here? Why is he here? But anyway, so he is talking to some other guy that I don't know who this is, but he has like some scar on his face.
So I just reread it, and I think the scar is Illyrio. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's a fat guy, walks quietly. He has a scar on his face, and to Arya, he seems oddly familiar.
Yeah, and that's why I thought it was the Hound, because I was like I don't know who else she would recognize, but I don't think the Hound is like fat or known for being fat. At least.
Right. Yeah, he's big, but he's not fat. So fat, walks quietly.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know.
It's not a make or break if you know or if you don't know.
Like, is he? I don't know. Like, is he well known? Like,
yeah.
So I should know.
No, I'll say this. It's surprising that you even got Illyrio. Most people don't know either of these people at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Illyrio, I feel, he's like so flamboyant in the way that he looks. It was a little bit easier to piece together. And then the other thing is, I'll give you a little bit a hint. This other person is in disguise. So there's certain.
Is it what's his? Well, no, I don't know if it's. I was gonna say, is it like Varys or whatever? But I don't think Varys. I don't know if Varys is fat, and actually no, I don't know if Varys has a scar on his face. That's the other thing.
A fake scar because he's in disguise.
Okay. Ooh, bro, is it Varys?
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what? He confuses me. I don't understand. Okay. Well, I feel like what they were talking about was like not good, which like sounds silly. Like it's not good, but like it wasn't like, okay, whatever. That's so weird. All right.
So what could you? Well, let's get into their conversation.
Okay, I marked the page and like underlined it. So they talk about how. I think they were talking about how Ned found one of the bastards, because it was like she overheard them say like found one of the bastards. The rest will come soon. So I'm assuming that that's what they're talking about. And then they say like, and when he learns the truth, what will we do? The fools tried to kill his son. Blah blah. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so they're talking about the bastards, which is something that Ned is and you are on this major quest to figure out why are these bastards so important. He will soon learn the truth. So your clock's ticking if you want to figure it out before Ned. What will he do when he learns the truth? So they're talking about Ned here. It's not too important, but all right. Well, what else?
So they say the fools tried to kill his son, and what's worse, they made a mummer's face of it. I don't know what a mummer's. Oh
So
wait, a
it's a
mummer's farce.
farce. It's almost like a joke of it. So
Okay.
say that whole sentence in the context again.
The fools tried to kill his son, and what's worse, they made a mummer's farce of it.
The fools tried to kill.
And
Oh yeah.
then,
Oh, so sorry. They're talking about Bran there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
My
yeah.
fault. That took me a minute.
No, you're good. And then he said, he's not a man to put that aside. I warn you, the wolf and lion will soon be at each other's throats, whether we will it or no. And then they're talking about like how they want to like delay this.
Mm.
And then I don't remember who was holding the torch, but she like overhears, "What would you have me do?" asked the torchbearer. A stout. Oh wait, that was.
Pretty sure that's Varys. That's
Yeah, that's Varys. Okay.
So now that you know it's Varys, which most readers at this point wouldn't, you get the idea that because on the surface, he is for Robert, he's for the Lannisters, but this conversation makes it seem like he's plotting against them. You know, pretty soon the wolves and lions are going to be at each other's throat. Then they talk about delaying it, so it should give you this idea that they have something else that they're working on, and if this war happens too soon, their plan's not quite ready. So you shouldn't know the details yet, but just get the idea, like, okay, he's in cahoots with another plan or all that.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Like, what's his like
Goal?
plan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like go like well, why is he even? I don't even understand. And then the Illyrio's like, if one hand can die, like why not the second? Um, and then he tells him, "You've danced the dance before, my friend." So I'm like, he was obviously involved with Jon Arryn's killing, I'm assuming, because well, yeah, that's literally what that means. And then let's see. Nonetheless, we must have time. The princess is with child. I don't know why they're running. Well, like, why do they need more time? That's another thing.
Yeah, right now you would have no idea. You have no idea
Okay.
what their plan is, what they're cooking.
Yeah, and then there was like a whole section that I just like blocked. Like that whole section, I just was like, I gotta reference this. Oh yeah, because then he's like, he has the bastard, he has the book, and soon enough he'll have the truth. What? Like what? Why don't I know? Let's see. Oh wait, I'm just gonna read this. Hold on. This is no longer a game for two players, if it ever was. Stannis Baratheon and Lysa Arryn have fled beyond my reach, and the whispers say they are gathering swords around them. The Knight of Flowers writes Highgarden, urging his lord father to send his sister to court. They talk about her and how they want to have Robert bed her. They don't know what Littlefinger's doing, and then yet Lord Stark's the one who troubles my sleep. So they're worried about Lord Stark. They know that Cat has Tyrion.
Now they also make mention of Marjorie. They don't call her by name, but if you remember, Renly shows the picture to Ned and say, "Hey, does this look like Lyanna?" He's showing a picture of Marjorie. This is Marjorie Tyrell. It's the sister of Loras Tyrell, the boy that Sansa's like in love with, or thinks is so dreamy. He was the one that gave her the flower. So they're the family from Highgarden. So this is like another another person that's trying to pull this Marjorie person into the Robert situation to ultimately upset the Lannisters. Obviously, if Robert wants this new girl, he's not going to want his current wife, and then obviously that's going to come with its own set of troubles there.
Yeah, what is like no one like the Lannisters? I mean, like not that they're likable, but it's
Bro.
like okay, but like
so it's
does everyone know that they're bad?
Well, number one, they're really powerful, and they. Yeah, I mean, to which extent do they know that they're bad? Like anybody that comes in contact with Cersei can realize that she's not a wonderful person.
Okay. All right, cool. So then that whole conversation happened. I think I stopped underlining after that, but I hope I didn't miss anything.
I think the main takeaway is that, and truthfully, you shouldn't even know it's Illyrio and Varys. You should just know that there's two people that are mysteriously planning this other plot. They see a war coming between the Starks and the Lannisters, and for whatever reason, they kind of want it to not happen yet, but it looks like it's going to, because Ned is getting so close to the truth. So that should be your major takeaways.
Okay. And then after that, not much happened besides she went to her dad and then was like, I was over here and I overheard these two guys talking. And she mentions one of them is like a wizard or whatever.
She
And
can't describe what she's seeing. Like,
yeah, I know. And like, that's why like Ned doesn't believe her really. He's like, oh, wizards and blah, 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 kids games. She's like, no, bro, like they were planning to kill you. Like, lock in, be serious about this. And then I forgot who comes in, but somebody else comes in and then he's just like, go on, be gone. And then that's how it ended.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that there's I think your takeaway so far is far and above the average readers at this point. So
Okay.
I think you're good to go there.
All right, cool.
All right. So next up is Ned. Ned chapter 8. We've been going round and around with Ned. He's obviously on his major quest to finding the truth behind the correlation between Jon Arryn's death, the bastards, and this book. Now, this chapter doesn't necessarily focus on those. Some other events happen. So what occurred with Ned?
Bro, like right from the start, it was like arguing with Robert and Ned because Robert found out that Dany is pregnant. And so then Ned is like, I think Robert like wants her dead, obviously. And he wants like, their whole line dead. And Ned is like, you can't kill kids, bro. Like, that's not okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I had a question. It might be kind of dumb, but like, why doesn't Robert want them to rule anyway? Like, he doesn't even want to be king that bad. So why is he like so mad? Like, if they were to rule,
Yeah, honestly, it's a good question because he clearly doesn't want to be king. He doesn't want the responsibilities of being king, but I'm sure he still wants to be king.
Yeah. Okay.
And then plus, he can't give it back to the people that he murdered to get there. They're not going to be like, oh, thanks. Do you want to give their hand? Like, no, they're going to be like, okay, you're dead.
Yeah.
So he definitely can't give it back. But it is an interesting question on, he can't give it up either. Plus, he doesn't want it, but he wants it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, anyway, they're arguing. I think
real quick about the whole argument over killing kids. This idea and their 2 point of views is what a lot of people refer back to in future theories. So there's a major theory that we haven't even discussed yet. It's probably the biggest theory in all of Game of Thrones, and we've talked about it a little bit, but we haven't gotten into the theory aspect of it. Whenever people talk about that big major theory, they'll reference this argument and they'll say how opposed Ned is to killing kids and why that's so important in future fan theories. So
what's the big theory? Or is it like spoilers?
It's not a spoiler. I'm thinking how best to phrase it. I would say, who is Jon's mother? That's probably the most generic. Simple
like Jon Snow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's his mother?
I see. All right. That means nothing to me right now. Okay. Okay. What was I saying? The argument. Okay, so they're still arguing. Robert says something like, I'm not so blind that I cannot see the shadow of the axe when it's hanging over my own head, which I think is so funny because, like, bro's gonna die, and like he probably doesn't see it coming with it. And also there's this other part where it says Ned told his king, and like previously before this, it's always like Ned told Robert, and like now it's like Ned told his king, which I think is like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Real
Okay.
quick, something kind of funny. So obviously, I accidentally revealed that King Robert may not live forever, right? That's kind of been a little bit of a running joke. A lot of times, whenever I drive home and I know that we're going to record, I'll jump on a conversation with ChatGPT.
Oh my god, bro.
And I'll usually say like, okay, hey, we're going to review these. What can you tell me about these chapters? And a lot of times ChatGPT like gets it way wrong. Like they
Really?
confuse the chapters and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Honestly, I don't know why I keep having these conversations with them. But when I asked them to review this chapter, they're like, oh yeah, that's the one where Ned talks to Renly because he's worried that King Robert's going to die. And I'm like, we're not there yet. Like, damn, everybody's just like expecting this dude to die.
Oh my gosh. It's way off. That's funny. Okay. So then I think this is where we learn that Varys or Mormont, like what's his name? Jorah?
Mhm.
Jorah Mormont. So he was like a traitor or something. That's all I know. But this is how they found out that Dany was pregnant because Mormont told Varys, I think. I think it was Varys.
That's true. And that's also like a major reveal. Like, because up until this point, Jorah is like Dany's knight.
Yeah.
Like he's so for Dany. We just found out he's actually telling secrets about her
Yeah.
back
Wait,
in
that's so sad.
I know, right? It's. I remember kind of reading that and not really understanding the implications of like what just got revealed. So he's a traitor. It's funny that you just said he was a traitor because he's currently like trading sides against Dany, even though to
Yeah.
her face he's like her knight.
Nice, bro. He's like so nice to her and everything.
Right.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, so a little bit of his backstory. He was a slaver. He sold slaves, which is what got him in trouble in Westeros, which is why he fled to that. Yeah.
Okay. I thought like when they were saying traitor, like he was a traitor to like
Mm-mm.
them. Okay, that makes sense.
So,
Wait, that's crazy.
now he's trying to get back into their good graces,
Yeah.
which is why he's selling secrets to Dany so that they'll say, okay, we're not going to put you in prison. We're not going to send you to the wall. You can come back. You've earned your way back by giving us information on this,
Yeah. Okay. Dang, that's crazy.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, that makes me sad. Poor
I know.
Dany.
I know.
Like the one guy that's like kind
I
of like,
know. Right.
bro, she can't catch a break, actually. Okay. So then still arguing. It's mentioned that Dany and Viserys were like spared because of Jon Arryn years ago. Because I think, yeah, it was Renly that said that like they should have been killed, but like Jon Arryn was like telling Robert that's not right, blah 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 blah. And then I think they take like a vote and saying like what should we do? Obviously Robert is for killing the kids, and then I think Varys and Renly are, and then Ned and Selmy, they are, against killing these people. And then this is where Ned resigns as the hand, and
Yeah.
he's like, you can do whatever you want, but like, I'm not doing it for you. I'm not going to help you. And then he kicks him out, and he's like, get out of here. I don't want to see your face anymore. So then Ned leaves. He goes to his little like room or whatever. I now know that Ned like sent a letter to Stannis like telling him to come back, and like Stannis never replied. So then that's a little weird. And
That
then
is the other interesting aspect to this whole Ned investigation, because it was Stannis and Jon Arryn doing the investigation.
bro, yeah,
Jon Arryn dies, Stannis takes a hike, and all of a sudden he's MIA.
yeah. Ugh. And then while Ned's in his room, Littlefinger comes in, and he said that he'll take him to like the brothel where Jon Arryn and like Stannis were like hanging out at. And then that's like the last thing I made note of.
Oh, so they didn't go yet?
No, that was literally it. He was like, I'll take you there, and I won't even tell Lady Catelyn. I was like, okay, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, it sounds like Ned is getting closer and closer. If this was the place that Jon Arryn and Stannis were at when they probably learned the truth, There's something with these bastards. What is it, Sammy?
Oh, dude, I don't know why I don't know. I wish like they would quote the book. I wanted like
Yeah.
I feel like the book would tell me.
You know, I almost have a memory of when he is quoting the book is when they overtly tell you what the answer is. So you might not have a whole lot of time in between.
Okay, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Like what? Yeah. Okay. Dang. Okay. Well, and then Catelyn. Man, I don't know. How I'm doing that. Catelyn, which I just read, so I'm like more locked in. But nothing like big happened. It was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I right. You missed the part where they. I think so. So in the last chapter, they did the big switcheroo. They weren't going to Winterfell. They're now headed to the Eyrie. And then they got attacked by the mountain clans. It's a very treacherous journey, but now essentially they've reached the Bloody Gate. Is that where we're at with Catelyn?
She's like in the Eyrie already. Like she's like in there.
She arrived. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay. Also, I totally forgot that like when she saw Ned, like the last time, Ned told her like go to Winterfell and like tell the guards and people to like be ready for war or something, or
I
be
think the phrase
prepared.
is like call the banners. Like we need to get everybody ready for war.
Yeah,
She didn't
and I
do that?
like no, like, and she mentioned it now,
Jeez,
and
Kat.
bro, no, literally, because I was like, that's really important, and you didn't think that like you should go back. I
She's
don't know,
worse, man.
dude. I like just I'm like annoyed she didn't go to Winterfell. I don't know why she couldn't have taken him there. Like I know that she wanted like to have her sister see that didn't even work out. Okay, whatever. We'll talk about this. So she's walking to or riding to the Eyrie or whatever it's called. Was also it was kind of like confusing reading the description. Okay, there was like 5 pages that were just them traveling, and it's like describing like how treacherous it was, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But
I plan on building each of those locations in Unreal Engine. Like I'm currently doing the wall, and then I always think about the Eyrie. Like, how cool is it going to be to recreate that environment in like a 3D environment?
dude, you should do that one next. Because I was really confused on what this looked like. It was a little confusing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's mentioned that Lysa doesn't want she didn't want her knights to leave or anything. She wanted them to like stay close to like the house because I forgot who told her that, but Kat was like, oh, it's probably because she's like super afraid of the Lannisters. So they're traveling. Kat notices that Bronn and Tyrion are getting like real buddy, and they're like all friendly. And I think that's so funny because she's like upset about it. She's like, gosh, like this is my prisoner, and he's over here with a friend. And this is where she's also like second guessing his guilt because she's like, he's not even worried right now. He's so carefree, and I'm over here, dragging him here as a prisoner.
And I think that her conclusion is correct, or well, her takeaway is correct in the sense of like second guessing, is he really guilty? But she should be thinking that because the evidence doesn't even make sense. She shouldn't be thinking that because he's chill. Like, he's just a chill dude anyways. Like, he's always going to be joking. Like, that's just how he deals with situations. But she used that to second guess it. Like, no, there's terrible evidence. That's what you should guess it.
Literally. So they're like descending to the valley floor with they meet her uncle. Forgot what that dude's name was.
Brynden.
Brynden Tully.
Yep.
And also there was like Sir Donnell Waynwood.
Yeah, minor character.
Okay, cool.
Brynden Tully, I would call him like a medium character.
Okay. We learn a little bit about his background and how he was like under her dad, but then he's like not a good listener or something. So he like left and is with Lysa, or he was with Jon Arryn, but like now he's like technically with Lysa since he's dead.
I think they played out for a little bit. I'll just tell you what it was that the Catelyn's dad tried to arrange a marriage for him, and he rejected it. So so that's why he wasn't a good listener. He essentially didn't listen to his lord or whatever the title is for his brother that is like in charge of everything. So that's why there was like a little bit of a family separation there, is that he didn't want to essentially marry the person that he was being told to marry.
Okay. Oh my god, what does this say, bro? Ned told her to. Oh yeah, that's when I was like talking about Ned telling her to ready the North, and she's like not even there. Oh. So then they're still traveling with her uncle. Her uncle is literally telling her like, your sister might not be as helpful as you think she is. Like she like is not helpful, and she's like, what do you mean? Like,
Right. Yeah.
and then he's telling her that like she's had like a rough like 5 years or something because Lysa had to marry Jon Arryn like out of duty, and then Kat's like, well, so did I, but then her uncle was like, yeah, but hers was a little different. They had like a few miscarriages and like stillborns and everything, which like that sucks. I feel like that was like the main thing.
And just so you know, her infertility issues do play a role in a future story thread.
Okay. Yeah, well, I can kind of tell because of how like she interacted with her son. Bro, I don't know how old that kid is, but he's too old to be doing whatever. So they're still traveling. I think they get to like some like maybe gate or whatever, and so there's like this gate, and then they have to travel like even further to get to the Eyrie, and like the Erie's like really high up, and so at first they were planning just to like stay there, but then someone told them that Lysa like wanted to see Cat immediately, so then Cat split up with them. Oh, and also wait, Sir Roderick is like way back. He got injured or something, so he's like a little sickly. So he's way back, and then they travel further, and then they're at this gate with like Tyrion Braun, the singer. Dude, I don't even know how he made it this far. I think that's so funny that he survived and like a bunch of like night dudes died.
Yeah.
But
well, he was hiding when the knights were fighting, so
that's true, but like no one saw this like little kid, not little kid, but then no one saw this kid like hiding. So yeah, they are at this gate, whatever. Cat's gonna go there, and then I think during this time Tyrion was like teasing Cat. I don't even remember what he said, but it was like he was just making fun of her, like, yeah, like I'm your prisoner, like blah blah blah. But he's like, again, he's so carefree, like he does not care. There was also when she was talking to her uncle, he was like, now you bring a Lannister here and blah blah blah. Your sister's Freya Lannister, and she's like, he's in chains. And he like looks back and he's like, in chains. This dude has like an axe with him and like this and this and this, and he's
got a sellsword by his side and an axe in his hand. Like, yeah, that's your prisoner.
Yeah, and I'm glad he said that because like, come on, Cat, really. Yeah. Okay, so then this is where they go to the Eyrie. She meets this girl named like Maya Stone, and then
the last name Stone. That's like the equivalent. Yeah.
I was gonna say because Cat mentions it, and she's like, once she heard Stone, she was kind of like, because literally, no, literally, because she was like, it reminds me of Jon Snow, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, can you like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? But this girl, she seems like super sweet, and she's like really young, and Cat's like, oh yeah, it reminded me of Sansa. So then they're traveling. They like go on some goats, and they have to do like a bunch of stops. Dude, this like whole like to get there sounds insane.
Which is why an army can never take it. They can barely get 5 people up there riding goats along a ridge line. You can't imagine sending 2,000 people to go storm a gate.
Dude, yeah. So then they finally get there. She sees Lysa. Lysa's like, oh my gosh, my sister, like I'm so happy to see you. It's been so long. And that's while like her maid and like her like there's like 3 other people in that room while she's like saying hi to her sister. And then Lysa's like, oh, leave us, I'd like to talk to my sister alone. And as soon as they leave, like Lysa's like, you idiot, like why would you bring Tyrion here or a Lannister here? Like this is dumb. Like I'm so mad at you. And then she says something like, "Why would you bring like your problems here?" And then Kat's like, "My problems? You sent me that letter, talking about how bad the Lannisters were." And then she's like, "Yeah, so you can stay away from them. Like, why would you bring one here?"
And truthfully, that's a decent point. And we said this when Ned and Kat were having the conversation in Winterfell, and they're like, "Oh my God, the Lannisters did it. Now we know we have to go there." Be like, what? Like, no.
Yeah, no,
Like, now
literally, like,
you can stay away. So as much
yeah,
as crazy as Lysa is, and she's really, really crazy, like, she actually has a good point here. Like, I didn't send you a
no,
letter to, like,
yeah,
go there.
yeah. And so this is where the son comes in because he like hears like they're
Sweet
arguing and
Robin.
bro, I don't even know. How old is he? You know,
I think like 9 or somewhere around there.
9. Wait, I was thinking like maybe like 6 or something.
I think he's older than that. Yeah, I think he's
Wait,
like the size of a 6-year-old. He's super
bro,
tiny.
Dad, look it
Yeah.
up. Look it up. I want to know how old he
Okay.
is.
All right.
9 is insane.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, okay. How old is he?
Yep.
Why am I locked? Why am I locked? That's still too old though. Like that's insane.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, so he comes in with his like little doll or whatever, and Lysa's like, "Oh, my baby, like this is your aunt," and blah 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 blah. And so she's like, coddling him and whatever. And then Kat's kind of just like standing there, and she starts talking about like more like the more serious stuff. And then Lysa's like, not around him. Like it's gonna make him upset. He's quick to like, throw a tantrum. Bro, what? And then she starts freaking breastfeeding this dude. Like,
he's standing up.
no, literally. I'm like, what? And I don't remember Kat's reaction, but it wasn't like it didn't seem like she was that phased, to be honest.
Yeah,
which,
a little
like
bit,
I think,
right? Yeah, I think
I
she
was
tried
like,
to hide it.
yeah, but I was like, bro, this is insane. And then Lysa's crazy because then she's talking about like how like strong like Robert is. She's like, "Oh, you notice how strong he is? Like even John knew." She was talking about the seed is strong, and she kept saying Robert's name. Dude, you don't know what you're talking about right now. Like, it was way off from truth. And then, Tyrion, or like either the Tyrion or go ahead.
Any new thoughts on that phrase, "the seed is strong," and how it relates to the bastards in the book? Okay.
No, dude. I feel like you should know, but I still don't know. Okay, but then the Lannisters / Tyrion were mentioned, and then the little boy's like, are they like bad men? And Lysa's like, yeah, they are. And then he says something like, you should make him fly. Okay, like, am I crazy, bro? That like reminds me of Bran, and like, why would he say that if he like that's like so random?
Okay, all right. On the surface, he means throw him out the window.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So
now, the fact that it reminds you of Bran, the whole thing about the three-eyed raven, and you got to learn to fly and all that kind of stuff. There's some pretty far out there theories that whoever was talking to Bran may also be talking to Robin. So Robin may be getting these thoughts about learning how to fly or whatnot. But that's I would call that a very far theory with not a lot of evidence, and I don't know if we'll ever hear more about that, but it's interesting enough that you immediately said that reminded you of Bran.
Well, I was just thinking, like, not that I think Lysa would have any, I don't know, not that I think Lysa would plan to kill, Bran or anything, but it was just weird that her son was like, make him fly after Bran, like, literally flew out the window. Like, why would, I don't know, that was just like so crazy. But yeah, okay. That was it, though. That was like the last thing I marked in that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right as far as there wasn't any major, reveal, no big plot change or anything. Obviously, we get introduced to Lysa. We've been hearing a lot about her for chapters and chapters. So now we see her and we see Robin and just how crazy this whole side of the family is.
Bro, yeah.
Did they say like where Tyrion is? Did they leave off like any update on Tyrion?
I mean, he's with I mean, I think he's gonna get like a room or something in like the wherever they left them at the gate or something. I don't really know where they were, to be
Okay.
honest. It was just like the area before like their like not descent, whatever up is, you know.
Ascent.
I was like, yes. After the
Anti-descent,
reverse descent. Yeah, so he's just like there with like Braun and the
Okay.
singer.
More to come with Tyrion in this whole situation, obviously. All right. Let's look at the next 3 chapters. What do we have coming up? So we just did Arya, Eddard, and Catelyn. Right back to Eddard. We got Eddard 9.
Dude, he's had so many chapters. It's like every like 3 that I do, he's in there.
Yeah, for sure. And I have a feeling that we're going to get back on track with the investigation, because it leaves off with Littlefinger telling him about the brothel, about going to another. So you're going to get another bastard, try to like, why are these bastards keep being mentioned? What is it about them?
Dude.
That relates to the book of lineage, the seed being strong. All right. So you'll get that one next. After that, we jump across the narrow sea to Daenerys 4. She's pregnant. I feel like we had one other one after we realized she was pregnant, or maybe not.
Oh, no. I think it was just like she's pregnant.
Okay.
I think that was it.
Okay. So any thoughts on what the next Daenerys chapter could be? Oh, she put Viserys to the back, so he's walking. And now she's pregnant, right? That was the last chapter? Last Daenerys chapter?
I want to say those were like 2 separate things.
I thought the main part of the chapter was about the issue with Viserys, and then at the end there's like, oh yeah, you're pregnant.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I like don't have enough chapters at first, so I like be forgetting.
Yeah, this is only 4. We're pushing halfway through.
That's insane. Right, let me see.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that, Dan.
I know. Yep, about halfway through Daenerys 4. So any thoughts on what's going to happen with her?
I mean, like, I don't know how the Dothraki like deal with, babies. So hopefully it's not like too crazy like their freaking wedding, because that was insane. But yeah, it might be like a celebration though, because then like that's like a new heir to the Dothraki, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that is like the king's son. They don't call him king, but Khal Drogo. He's like, one of the major leaders there.
Well, that's if it's like a son.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And then I have a feeling that Viserys is gonna be mad that she's pregnant. Oh my god, he's gonna be so mad. But also, she's not like scared of him, so like, who cares if he's mad?
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really know, though.
Okay.
It'll probably talk more about the pregnancy.
And then after that, we got Bran 5.
Oh shoot,
Bran.
He
got a saddle. Oh, or was that a Tyrion chapter?
That was that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think that was a Bran one, but it was a Bran one. It was a Bran one because I remember they were like.
Good.
They were like in the I don't know, hall, and he was like sitting on one of the thrones, and like that's when Tyrion came in and like almost got attacked by those dogs and everything.
Yep.
And then at the end of that one, that's when he was talking to Rob, and Rob and him were having a
brother,
bro, I know,
brother to brother moment.
Yeah.
Not a Lord Rob to young Bran.
Yeah, I have no idea, because like with that like chapter ending like that, I don't really know what he's gonna do. Maybe he'll get his saddle, and then he'll go on his adventure that he wants to go on, and it'll be all rainbows and sunshine.
I feel like that's always the punchline of every like prediction. It's like you're predicting what you want it to be. Like, oh, he'll get a saddle and he'll start to be okay. Yeah, it's gonna get better.
I can only hope for Bran. He's done no wrong. He's done no wrong. He literally does not deserve any of this.
Sweet little boy.
Exactly. But yeah, other than that, hope he gets his saddle.
All right. Saddle and go on some rides.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I'm excited for you to read the next Eddard chapter. I don't know if
bro.
it's going to be the big reveal, but I do think that you'll get another piece of the puzzle.
Dad, what is the correlation between the bastards and the seed is strong? I don't understand because like bastards can't rule unless they can, and I just don't know.
No, and you've said that a few times, and like there is no worry from the people that one of these bastards will rule. So you're kind of right to be thinking about that, but that's not the exact point of what these bastards have to do with the book of lineage.
Okay, do they have like any power? Like, is that the worry?
No.
Bro, what? Okay, so then what's the problem with the Book of Lineage if they don't have any power that goes with that?
All right, keep reading.
Dude, like,
You know, it's so funny is that there is one specific question that I could ask that will get you to understand it all.
will it though? You should
It
ask
will.
it anyway.
No. It is so hard to not ask this question,
Bro, Dad.
because it'll cheapen it. It'll cheapen
No,
the
it won't. Dude, Dad, no, it won't, because I've been wanting to know for like 3-4 weeks.
All right, well, keep reading.
No, bro, this is
You can literally read the Eddard chapter in like 5 minutes. What, do you got something going on right now?
No, but like
Crack it open.
it
Just read
takes
that one.
it takes longer than 5 minutes.
No,
I
but
was
you can start
underlined.
reading. You can start reading in 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Where's this page at?
Where your bookmark is.
Okay, thanks, Dad. Like,
I didn't say read it
problem.
now.
No, I'm reading it now, guys. We're all gonna sit here and watch me read this. Okay, you know what? I will read that.
Silently, just in your mind, not even out loud.
That's exactly what I was gonna do too. Okay, if I don't understand by this chapter, like you have to ask me the question. Like,
No.
what?
How about this? I'll look forward to the next few Eddard chapters, and I do think that when they actually say what the book says, that's like the last piece of the puzzle. And I don't want to put any pressure on you, because when I went through it, I didn't understand it. I didn't put it all together. I needed and at this time it was the show, not the books, because I watched the show first. I needed the show to tell me what the answer was. If they do the book and then tell you the answer almost right away, then maybe I'll give you an extra hint leading up to it. But if they tell you the book and then you have time to think about it before they give you the answer, then I'm going to give you at least that opportunity to figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you're sure I'm not missing anything, right? Like information wise.
Book of Lineages, Robert's Bastards, The Seed is Strong.
Okay. I don't know much about the lineage book though. I don't know what it like says. Like, is that important?
It will be when they read a future chapter. So what chapter did they already? Oh man, is this getting too close to giving you the answer? What chapter did they already read from the book? What was it about?
They didn't really read it, to be
honest.
No,
they didn't read it like out loud, but it was about a certain family.
Lannisters.
Okay. When they read about the Baratheons.
Okay.
When they read about the Baratheons, that'll be your last piece of the puzzle.
Okay. I'm like trying to think of it right now. Do the Baratheons have more power? Like is the Lannisters' money all of the Baratheons' money actually, and like they have no power? Is that it, Dad?
Nope.
Damn.
It's not even about power. I mean,
what?
Yeah.
Then what do these people care about? What?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it's not about power, because it is about the king and his lineage and things like that. But it's not about like one house being more powerful.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna read the Ned chapter tonight.
Okay.
Because I need to know.
Okay.
I hope they talk about the book.
I know, me
or
too.
Give me literally anything else. All right.
Cool. All right. I think that's it. we will see you guys next time.